Hey man, Mark Jennison, founder and creator of the Iamacomeback movement. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how powerful men, just like you, who have been struggling with alcohol for so long, have done something about it. They've tried AA, they've tried NA, they've tried sober recovery, all forms of traditional recovery, and it didn't work. Because they're powerful, they don't believe they have a disease, and they wanted to make a choice. This documentary is proof and evidence that there's more than one way to solve this problem. So sit back, take some notes, and enjoy the documentary.
It was not it had grown from something I enjoyed to something that I needed, like daily.
There were several stretches where literally it was 24/7.
It was becoming a focal point of my life.
If you're a powerful man, I made this documentary to address the complex situations that we face every day. There's nothing about our lives that is powerless, nothing that's out of our control, nothing that we can't handle.
I started the comeback August of last year, so I'm going on a year since I started working with you. Back then, my relationship with alcohol was my release from everything that was wrong with my life.
And today, we're gonna handle that one thing that you've not been able to yet, which is alcohol.
Alcohol was my escape. My to-do list is 30 pages long, and I was always very anxious, and at the end of the day, I couldn't wind down.
We live our life off of a core values known as the Comeback 7: faith, finances, family, fitness, future, freedom, and foundation. And I bet if you look at your life right now, you can find some incongruencies, some inconsistencies inside each and every one of those things. We don't treat alcohol. Like, we literally eliminate the thought that the alcohol is the problem. The reason it's completely different is because it's all the things that are going on inside of your life that you don't even realize are happening. Because again, alcohol is just something that you do, something that you did. It's not who you are. Those things that are lingering behind, those pains, those issues, those lies that you're telling, the loneliness, the fear, the pressure, the anxiety, the things that we overlook, that you don't touch, that you don't dive into, you can remove the alcohol all you want. That stuff's still gonna be there. The reason we're different is because we attack that and we attack that fast.
It was ugly, man. It was a love-hate. I used to love getting fucked up, and then I hate the way I felt the next day.
100% of the people that check out this Iamacomeback thing, they think they're coming to solve an alcohol problem, right? That's really what it is. They get on our first clarity calls, or they get into our software, they use some of our tools, and they think they're there for an entirely different reason. You fast forward to 2-3 weeks down the road, like with this intensity that we take to them, this accountability, this brotherhood, they're like, holy cow, I didn't even know there was stuff going on inside of me because I thought I had it together.
And then my relationship would spiral out of control, and then I'm never using you again, and then I'd use it again. It's kind of like a crutch, like a friend, but you know. Wasn't a good situation, man.
It's night and day, different. It doesn't have control of me.
I thought that the world was mine because I'm successful, because I have a pretty wife, because I got a boat, I got a car. Seemingly, on the outside, everything looks like it's going perfectly. But inside, there's that frustration. And then your wife might be telling you, or somebody's wife might be telling them, look, this is the issue. You need to go to AA. You need to do this. They're forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. Which, number one, you can't do to a powerful dude. Like, you tell me personally, I can't do something, I'm gonna show you 500 times how I can do it better than you will ever think, right? And that's the mindset that these guys have.
I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life. Financially, things have gone a lot different than they were before. You know, we bought another house, second house in Savannah.
It doesn't have control of a lot of areas in life. Just, I mean, because of the program. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Sitting right in your fucking shoes. I was just as skeptical, if not more than you. I'd searched the internet, I searched everybody, I'd looked at all these people, I'd tried different things, I tried to quit by myself. And I met Actually, I looked you up on YouTube. I watched your YouTube. I said, this fucking crazy guy can do it. Maybe he knows something.
Hey man, we're a few minutes into this thing. If something I've said has resonated with you, something I've said has touched you and you feel called, you feel compelled, that you want to do something about this right now, I want to encourage you to book a call with my team, to check it out. Throughout this whole thing, I'm going to be continuously inviting you to get power, control, and ultimately freedom. So if you don't feel called at this time to book the call, please continue to watch this thing. It's only going to get stronger. There's so many things I wish that we could say, but they so disrespect my wife. Yeah, it's like I always have to tell the PG version because I don't want my wife to hurt.
Does she know these stories?
She doesn't, nobody knows the depths, bro, of what I did behind closed doors.
Yeah. If you were to say that, just say that.
Yeah.
Could you say that?
Nobody knows. I'll say that right now. Yeah. That was a pretty good.
Because it's like I can't tell you how bad it got because it would disrespect my wife.
It was real simple. It came down to choosing him or choosing this. Both of them came with their own unique set of challenges. I can't say that it was an easy choice, which is hard for people to admit, but I knew one thing. Choosing this would ultimately lose this. And if I chose this, I would basically be telling him, you are not worth love. You're not worth my time. I do not give a shit about you. Fuck off. But ultimately, he won. My life has had so many rock bottoms, so many pits, so many pain falls, that I can't even tell you. Because if I told you, it would disrespect every single person that I love. What I did behind closed doors, in the moments of loneliness, disgust me, haunt me. It didn't matter how successful I was. It didn't matter the lie that I lived. I wanted to continuously hurt day in and day out. So I want to share with you, I don't want to say my lowest point, but the most painful. The one that caused you to watch this video. The one that finally shifted for me, because that's why we're here. It was Father's Day. I remember the hot June weather, the mugginess. My 4-year-old son coming to see me in a rehab facility, probably scared to death, wondering why is his dad here? Where has my dad been? As he shows up, I'm thankful my brother brought him to me. He shows up, and he wants nothing to do with me. At first, he sees me. I'm outside. He stands behind my brother. Timid, sweating, curious of what's going on. And finally, he runs as fast as he can, jumps into my arm, squeezes me, hugs me, immediately starts crying. I can still remember the tears dripping down my neck as he's saying, "Daddy, Daddy, please come home. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" As I felt that, I squeeze him back tight. Get him calmed down. Go through the motions. He goes home. I finish my time in the facility. July 3rd shows up. It's my dismissal day. I get out. So, if that sounds bad, it only got worse. 7 major relapses. Millions of dollars lost. Friendships destroyed. Pains that I never wish upon anybody. Why did it get worse though? What was I so desperately in need of? Why did I continue to beat the hell out of myself? What was I needing to get out of this? What war was I trying to win? What pain was I trying to squash? What fear was I trying to run from?
It's matter, man. I was a real piece of crap there, man. Talk about I wasn't a good guy to be around. Definitely.
I'm just a man whose life wasn't working, who was losing everything, who had tried everything, and just wanted change. I tell every single person that comes into my world, every person that I meet, if I can do it, you can do it. Iamacomeback, on the other hand, is a powerful group, liberating thousands of men, changing lives at a radical pace that I never thought was possible. This isn't about me. This is about you and the movement.
And then I was still skeptical. And I was like, well, but if you do the work, you do this shit, you want it, I mean, it's not easy, but it's pretty easy. It's a lot easier than you can say.
Are you skeptical now?
No. Fuck no. I wouldn't be here if I was skeptical.
If you're a drinker, we hate to be the ones to break some sobering news to you, but a major new study says no amount of alcohol is good for your overall health, not even that cheeky glass.
So we're halfway through. That means that something is absolutely resonating with you. Something is calling to you. Something is keeping you here. And what is that? That is the pain. That is the pain that you feel from knowing that you're not showing up for your kids, for knowing that you're failing your wife, for knowing that your business is crumbling around you. My question is this: how much longer do you want to sit with that? How much longer do you want to continuously destroy everything that you love? And I can say that with confidence. You know why? Because I was you. I am you. I felt that pain. And I, like you, made a choice. A choice to step out of the chains, the shackles, the cage, and have freedom. At this point, I'm not gonna ask you. I'm gonna tell you. Click the link, book a call with my team, and let's change your life. So what was your relationship with alcohol like?
It was my best friend. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I have a great time with it. I have a lot of great memories with it. But there's a time in your life where you just need to grow up and start fulfilling the goals that I couldn't fulfill anymore.
Brother, we spend too many days as powerful men stuck behind bars, self-imprisoned in our own belief patterns that aren't even ours. I witness this day in and day out with the men that I help, myself included, living behind these lies that somebody else planted years and years and years before us, thinking that 1940s ideology behind what AA says is the only way out of this. Thinking, lying to yourself that you are powerless over this, that you have an alcohol problem, that you're an alcoholic, that you have a disease. Thinking that you're alone in this steel cage, in this bar.
And I'm already 44, I lost a relationship. You know, I wasn't doing well at work. I didn't get things I wanted because of that.
Real dark place. I mean, my biggest struggle, and it's still not easy a lot of times, but I mean, the steps I've taken and everything else with anxiety, that was the worst part of my whole thing. And I would drink to get rid of the anxiety, and you just get caught in a tornado and, you know, different schedules and things like that. But, you know, it just became a lot easier to deal with not drinking, not having that. You know, I think that was a lot of the cause and the cure.
Not being able to ever fix it, that's just the way life's gonna be, thinking that you don't have a choice in the matter.
I heard your video one day and I kind of just, wow, this guy's just like me.
Brother, you couldn't be any further from the truth. I felt the same thing. You are powerful. Like, the truth is this: you don't have a generational curse. You're not an alcoholic unless you choose to be an alcoholic. Just because your great-great-grandfather drank too much, and your uncle, and maybe one of your aunts, it doesn't mean that you have to be that way. That was a choice that they made. And the most important one that you can understand right now is that even though you feel caged, you feel alone, you feel behind these bars, you feel imprisoned, you are not alone. And you always have a choice. You always have the choice to decide what's next for you, to write the rest of your history. You are the master of your own universe, the creator of your own ship. This is the thing that I want to present you with as you're listening to me. Who put these beliefs inside of your head? Because it certainly wasn't you. In my story, in my journey, Google did it. People that I loved, who didn't even struggle with what I was struggling with, they were giving me ideas. They were making me think that I had an issue. But I want to ask you a question. Who controls your mind? Who controls what you put in your body? Who controls what you drink? Who keeps you in these cages? What I want to do is give you the key to freedom. Stepping out of that cage, unshackling your mind, believing that no longer is anything going to power you, is anything going to hold you back, that you're not sick, that you have a say in this. That just because somebody else drank in your life with your last name doesn't mean that you're doomed. These 5 shifts Like I said, you're not powerless. You don't have a disease. It's not a generational curse. You are not alone. Because that's what the cage is. That's what the shackles is. And that ultimately, you have a choice. You can choose to control the drink again if you want, or choose to be completely abstinent. And that's what we did here at the Comeback. That's what I did. I decided to get the key to freedom, my very own freedom, to create my life to become the man I want to be, to not be limited by somebody else's beliefs and no longer be held back by something that didn't matter to me. How much longer do you want to lie to yourself? How much longer do you want to believe something that you truly don't believe? How much longer do you want to look into the mirror and feel something that isn't even you? My brother, you always have a choice.
I'm not letting alcohol dictate any part of it. I'm doing what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it.
How's it affect your business, your family, everything?
Exponentially. It's given me confidence to pursue bigger, better things. I'm present with my family instead of getting drunk and sitting on the couch. I think those are probably the main things.
Permission to be who I am, to find out who I am, you know, and stop hiding behind excuses. And I can look in the mirror. I couldn't look at myself, and now I can.
You know, I'm able to look in the mirror and smile and see myself again. You know, having my daughter come up and put her arms around me and not smell it, you know, feel it, taste it, you know, that she knows it's her dad.
Said this more than once to you. The program changed my life. It just gave me a different perspective from anything I ever had. You know, my issues with drinking weren't necessarily, I wasn't an alcoholic per se, but I was abusing it bad, and it was more because I didn't deal with the stuff I needed to deal with. And you gave me the dose of reality I needed almost every day for quite a while, and it just kept me focused in the right direction, where I actually went and dealt with the stuff I needed to deal with, and just thought about my life a lot differently, and gave me a whole new perspective and a whole new outlook, and just the number of people who have noticed a big difference in me over the last year has been pretty dramatic. So.
There's one truth I want to hit you with right now. You have watched and soaked up this thing in its entirety. You literally have absorbed everything. You saw what's possible. You've sat in your own pain. You've watched my pain. But I'm here to tell you right now, I'm not asking you anymore. I'm telling you to make a choice. And I'm not doing this to make you feel bad. I'm doing this because it's time. People who sit through these type of documentaries, who sit and listen to this, they want it. They want freedom. I didn't put all the work into this thing just for you to click it off, go to the bar, go grab another beer out of the cooler, and do nothing. You watch this. Something called to you, and it's me. At this point, it is time. Click the link, book the call. Discover who you are, discover what you want, and discover why you want it. Freedom is yours. It's time to take it. And my brother, it is time to stop lying to yourself, as if everything's okay. And let's be real honest. It's not just my voice that you're hearing today. It's your wife's, it's your kids', it's your parents', it's your business partners', and ultimately it's yours. So click the link, book the call, and get in the power now.
Life is free, so if someone really wants to change, they're gonna have to put their money down and get it done. Like going to the gym, you know, like why are they charging us? Like, well, you know what? You gotta, how is it? You gotta pay to show that you are committed to something like that.
when you're ready, you know? But once that's in your mindset and you kind of know, hey, you know, it's getting to be a problem, or it is a problem, right? Reach out, man. It's the greatest thing you'll ever do. It truly can, life's worth living. It's not, you're not tied to the bottle, you know, you're not tied to the baggie, the pipe, or whatever it may be, right? It's, you get to live again, man.